Hello everyone, welcome to S2S Classes. Today we'll be starting with the chapter The Fish Tale. So before starting the lecture, please subscribe to our channel for more such videos. So here the chapter starts. Deep under the sea, see the lovely colored fish swimming peacefully. This special poem is three lines is called a haiku. Such poems about nature are very popular in Japan. Here is another haiku. The lake, calm, smooth, still. A fish jumps up and returns. Ripples shake the lake. Do you Now these were a few poems. So do you know any such poems about fish? Okay, just think, talk, discuss with your friends, and then you can recite these poems to each other. So here are some drawings of fishes which are made by the children. Here is one drawing which was made by Navyata of class 1. This one is another one made by Maya of class 4th. Okay, so these are a few drawings. So when you think of fishes, what shapes come to your mind? Like maybe triangle or square or these kind of shapes may come into your mind. Now there is an activity in which you need to try to use a square and a triangle to draw a fish. So we'll try this. Okay, so we need to use squares and triangles. So let this be one square, this be the triangle, and this be another triangle. Then we have one smaller triangle over here, one smaller triangle over here. So this somewhat looks like a fish. So in similar manner you can also try to make fish using squares and triangles. So now we'll move ahead. Now look for fish designs around you. Okay, it can be there on clothes or in paintings or mats, etc. Okay, so mean means a fish, and Meenakshi, there may be someone with the name Meenakshi. So Meenakshi is a girl whose eyes look like a fish. Okay, so can you think of someone who has such eyes? Now draw a face with fish eye. Just try and draw a face with fish eyes. Now fishes can have very different sizes. Okay, the smallest fish is about 1 centimeter long. Okay, can you imagine just 1 centimeter long fish? And how long do you think is the largest fish? Can you just guess? Okay, just give it a guess. Maybe 1 meter long or 2 meter long. Just give it a guess, and then we'll see how long it actually is. How many times longer is your big fish than the small fish? So if we talk of 2 meter is equal to 200 centimeter. Okay, and the smallest fish was only 1 centimeter. So our largest fish is 200 times bigger than the smallest fish. Okay, now here it is written, the biggest fish in the world is whale shark. It is actually not a whale. Okay, you all must have heard about whale, but it is a big fish. Now whales, when we talk about whales, they are different from fish. Okay, they are actually mammals. Whales, they breathe like us through their noses, but fishes, they have no noses and they take in water and they don't take in air. Now whales give birth to babies, but fish, they lay eggs. Okay, the whale shark fish looks big and dangerous, but it is quite harmless and it does not attack human beings. Now one whale shark was as long as 18 meters. Okay, we just guessed it 2 meters, but it was 18 meters long. Just imagine. Just think how long that is. Almost 12 children of your size standing one on top of the other, and guess what it weighed. Can you guess how much was the weight of it? Okay, well, much more than what 12 of you together weigh. Its weight was about 16,000 kilograms. Imagine 16,000 kilograms. Okay, so about how many kilograms do you weigh? Let's suppose 40 kgs be the answer to this. Okay, so 12 children like you put together will weigh, we'll multiply 40 into 12. Okay, this will be 480 kgs. Okay, so 480 kgs will be the answer over here. Now, about how much more does the whale shark weigh than 12 children like you put together? So the weight of the whale shark was 16,000 kilograms. Okay, so we need to divide it by 480 to get this answer. Okay, so do the division and please leave the answers in the comment section. Okay, what answer you get, leave in the comment section. For the solutions, you can go onto our app, that is S2S Classes, which you will find in the Play Store, and you can get all the answers. Okay, now comes the fish tail. To see the difference between whales and fish, look carefully at their tails. Okay, so can you see that the fish tail stands flat along its body, but the tail of the whale almost looks like two legs. They can spot okay, so over here you can see this is a fish, but over here this tail is different from the one over here, and therefore this animal is a whale. This is a whale. Now, schools of fish. Fish like to swim together in the sea in big groups called schools. Okay, just like groups, different groups are named. So a group of fish is called school. In their schools, they feel safe from the bigger fish. Okay, so over here you can see that all these fishes, they are moving together, and this is known as a school of the fish. Now moving ahead, to scare away bigger fish, some small fish drink up a lot of water and they swell up. Okay, so this is a small fish. When it sees a big fish, it will take in a lot of water and it will swell up and it becomes a big fish. So over here, Jinsi used these shapes to make drawings of fish. Now you also need to perform this activity and make different sea animals using these shapes. Okay, so over here are a few animals. So which of these animals you have seen before? So maybe you would have seen the silver pomfret, which is used for cooking, or if you have been to aquarium, then you must have also seen an octopus. Then crabs you can see on the beaches. Then there is cuttlefish a lot. Then parrotfish, a lot of fishes are there. Prawns you must have eaten. Okay, so now comes fishermen in their boats. How many of you have seen the sea? Okay, many of you who live in coastal regions must have seen the sea. Now, where did you see it? Did you see it in a movie or for real? How deep do you think the sea could be? Okay, so there are a few questions that you need to research and find out. So do you know how to swim, or would you be scared of the high sea waves? Okay, so there are a few questions which you need to think and answer. Now close your eyes and imagine the sea with waves rising high. How high do you think the waves can go? Maybe let's say 3 meters or 4 meters is how high the waves can go. Imagine that there are fishermen in their boats going up and down with the waves. Okay, there are fishermen who are going through these waves. They start their trip when it's still dark. Early in the morning they go, when even the sun hasn't come out. Some go on a simple boat made from logs of wood tied together. If the sea is rough with very high tides and a strong wind, then these fishermen have a difficult time. Their boats can even break. Okay, these log boats do not go very fast. If the wind is very helpful, they can travel about 4 kilometers in 1 hour. Okay, so they can travel 4 kilometers in 1 hour. So how long will they take to go a distance of 10 kilometers? Okay, so in 1 hour, 4 kilometers they can travel in 1 hour. So 1 kilometer they can travel in 1 by 4 hours. And then for 10 kilometers they can travel 10 into 1 by 4 hour, which is equal to 10 by 4. If we cancel this, it becomes 5 by 2, which is 1 by 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Okay, so this much time it will take to travel 10 kilometers. So guess how far you can go in 1 hour if you walk fast. Okay, so you need to guess. Obviously it will be more than 4 kilometers. Now fisherman can feel the wind and look at the sun to find out which way to go. Many of us would get lost and not be able to find our way on the sea, where you only see water and nothing else. But these fishermen, they are able to find their way. Okay, so look at the sun and find out the direction from which it rises. Okay, so from where you are, what interesting things do you see to your east? Okay, so wherever the sun will rise from is east. So look at east and see what interesting things are there. And then also tell two things that are towards the west. Now what a catch! Out on the sea, fishermen look for a place where they hope to find a good catch of fish. There they spread their nets. They will have to wait for many hours for fish to come into their nets. Now look at different types of boats. Some boats have motors and go further into the sea. Since they go far out, they can catch more fish. These boats travel faster at the speed of about 20 kilometers in 1 hour. So how far would the motor boat go in 3.5 hours? Okay, so it goes 20 kilometers in 1 hour. Okay, so for 3.5 hours we'll multiply 3.5. This is equal to 7 by 2 into 20. So this will become 70 kilometers. Thus in 3.5 hours it can travel 70 kilometers. And how much time will it take to go 85 kilometers? To calculate this, so for 1 kilometer it will take 1 by 20 hours. So for 85 kilometers it will be 85 into 1 by 20 hours. So when we cancel it out with 5, so it becomes 17 by 4, which is equal to 4 1 by 4 hour. So 4 1 by 4 hours will be taken to travel a distance of 85 kilometers. Now next we have is, but the fishermen are now very worried. There are some very big machine boats in the business. They go far out and put their big nets deep in the sea. This way they collect a whole lot of fish, leaving very few near the seashore. They also stay out on the sea for many days. These big machine boats also catch the small baby fish, which have yet to grow up. Fishermen in the smaller boats always let the baby fish pass through their nets to go back into the sea. They choose a net size in such a way that only grown-up fishes are caught. So the small fishermen, they do not catch the baby fish. They only catch the grown-up fishes and let the baby fish flow away. Okay. Now moving ahead, here we see, for hundreds of years, fishermen have cared for the sea and its fishes, and fished only a little to eat and sell. They say that if trawlers catch thousands of kilograms of fish every day, there will be no fish left in the sea. Okay, so write a news report about the dangers faced by the fishes in our rivers and seas. Okay, so you need to write that how a lot of people are catching fish in very large amount, which is leading to a decrease in the number of fishes. In this way you can write which boat gets how much. So in one trip the log boat brings about 20 kg of fish, but other types of boats bring a bigger catch as given in this table. Okay, the table also shows the speed of each type of boat, which is how far each boat goes in 1 hour. So we need to look at this table and we need to answer a few questions. So about how much fish in all will each type of boat bring in 7 hours. Okay, so in 7 hours we need to decide. So 4 km per hour is in 7 trips. So I'm sorry, it's 7 trips. So in one trip, if it's 20 kgs, so 20 into 7 we will do, and we will get 140 kgs. So in 7 trips, 140 kgs the log boat will get. Okay, so calculate it for the rest of the boats and answer in the comments section. Now about how far can a motorboat go in 6 hours. So if we see a motorboat, it can go 20 kilometers in 1 hour. So for 6 hours we'll multiply with this 20 with 6 and we get 120 kilometers. So the boat can go 120 kilometers in 6 hours. Now if a long tail boat has to travel 60 kilometers, how long will it take? Now long tail boat, it travels at 12 kilometers per hour. Okay, now for 60 kilometers we need to divide and we get the answer 5. So the long boat has to travel for 5 hours to travel a distance of 60 kilometers. Now moving ahead, some big numbers. So in class 4 math magic you heard of the number lakh, which is equal to 100,000. You had read that there are about 1 lakh brick kilns in our country where bricks are made. So what other things have you heard of in lakhs? Okay, just think and tell. Write the number 1000. Now write 100, 1000. So how many zeros are there in the number 1 lakh? Okay, so 1 lakh, if we write, it is like this. So in total there are 5 zeros in 1 lakh. Now there are about 2 lakh boats in our country. Half of them are without a motor. So what is the number of boats with a motor? Okay, write it. So there are 2 lakhs, and if half of them are with motor and half are without motor, so 1 lakh boats are with a motor. So about 1/4 of the boats with a motor are big machine boats. How many thousand machine boats are there? Okay, so this time we need to try it without writing down. So 1 lakh total boats are there with motors. So 1/4 of 1 lakh is 25,000. So 25,000 machine boats are there. Okay, now we might wonder about the number of people whose lives are related to fish. In all, there are about 100 lakh fish workers who catch fish, clean and sell them, and make and repair nets and boats, etc. So we also have a name for this big number, that is 100 lakh. Okay, 100 lakh, this is equal to crore. 1 crore, which is written as like this. Okay, so this is how 1 crore is written. So count the number of zeros. Okay, now where have you heard of crore? Okay, just discuss, and what was the number used for, and this is how we write this number. Now the fish market. Have you been to a fish market? If you have been, you might know why a very noisy place is sometimes called a fish market. Okay, so there is a scene of a fish market now. This fish market is busy today. Many boats have brought a good catch. The fisherwomen are shouting out their prices to the buyers. Minnie, come here, take the sardines at rupees 40 a kg. Gracie, never so cheap, get swordfish for rupees 60 a kg. Florama sells prawns for 150 a kg. Karuthamma sells squid for rupees 50 a kg. Look, Fazila can hardly carry this big kingfish over here. She says, this fish weighs 8 kg. I'll sell the whole for rupees 1200. Okay, so at what price per kg did Fazila sell the kingfish? It is rupees 1200 for 8 kg. So we'll just divide with 8. We'll do the division. I'll quickly do it for you. So clearly you can see that she is selling at 150 rupees for 1 kg. Now Florama had sold 10 kg prawns today. How much money did she get for that? If we see Florama, she sells at rupees 150 a kg. So if she sells 10 kgs, it will be 150 into 10, which will be 1500 rupees. So she has earned 1500 rupees. Now Gracie sold 6 kg swordfish. Minnie has earned as much as Gracie. How many kgs of sardines did Minnie sell? So Gracie sold 6 kg swordfish. Cost of swordfish is rupees 60 a kg. So total that she earned is rupees 360. Now Minnie has also earned this much, and Minnie is selling sardines at rupees 40 a kg. So if we want to know that how many kgs of sardines she has sold, so we need to divide 360 by 40. So just do this division and tell me the answer in the comments section. Now next, Bashir has rupees 100. He spends 1/4 of the money on squid and another 3/4 on prawns. Okay, so this question you need to try on your own. Okay, and for if you have any doubts in the answers, you can go and check the answers on the S2S Classes app. Now Women's Mean Car Bank. The meeting of the Mean Car Bank has just begun. Fazila is the president. 20 fisherwomen have made their own bank. Each saves rupees 25 every month and puts in a bank. So how much money does the group collect each month? Okay, so there are 25 fishermen who save 25 rupees each month. So 25 into 25, if we do, we need to multiply. The answer is, just a moment, the answer to this is rupees 625. So they save rupees 625 each month. And if we talk about 10 years, so rupees 625 in every month. In 1 year there are 12 months. So we need to multiply it with 12 to get an answer for 1 year. Okay, So here we are doing the calculations. That is rupees 7,500 in 1 year, and for 10 years this will amount up to 7,500 into 10, which becomes 75,000 rupees. So in 10 years they'll earn 75,000 rupees. Now there is some practice time. A few practice questions are there which you need to try on your own. Now we have, why don't we start a new fish drying factory? The women of Meenkar Bank also want to start a factory to dry fish. The Panchayat has given them some land for that. Over the years they have saved rupees 74,000. They find out how much they will need for the factory. Fazila writes the things they need to buy to begin. See the table for the cost of each item and the number of items they want to buy. So and find the total cost. So this is the table. So borewell for fresh water, it's rupees 3,000 and only one is required, so cost will be 3,000 only. Cost will be 3,000. Then next we have is bamboo rack for fish drying. It is 2,000 per piece and 20 pieces are required, so it will be 40,000. Now cement tank, 1,000 for one and 4 are required, so this will be 4,000. Then we have tray and knife, rupees 300 for one and 20 are required, so this will be 6,000. And then bucket, 75 for one and total 20 are required, so 1,500 or 1,500 for this. So the total count we need to add up all of them. So this will be 3,000, 40,000, 4,000, 6,000 and 1,500. We need to add all of these. Okay, so total is 54,500. So total cost is 54,500. Okay, so when fresh fish is dried, it becomes 1/3 of its weight. So in month they plan to dry 6,000 kg of a fresh fish. So how much dried fish will they get in a month? So 1/3 into 6,000. If we do this, we get the answer as 2,000. So 2,000 kg of dried fish they will get. So Florama, let us calculate for 6 kg of fresh fish. Now when we buy fresh fish for rupees 75 per kg and the dried fish is sold for rupees 70 per kg. So we dry 6 kg fresh fish to get 2 kgs of dried fish. For 6 kg of fresh fish we have to pay 6 into 15, which is equal to 90. We sell 2 kg of dried fish and get 2 into 70, which is equal to 140. Okay, so if we dry 6 kg fresh fish, we'll earn 140 minus 90, which is equal to rupees 50. So but if we dry 6,000 fish, then we can earn rupees. Okay, so you need to calculate on your own. Okay, this is basically 50 into 1,000 you need to do. You'll get the answer. Now next, they are all very happy with this plan. The group can make profits and each woman can get a salary for their work she does. So Jhansi, I found that 6,000 kg fish we need 1,500 kg of salt every month. Its price is rupees 2 per kg. So salt total that will be required is rupees 3,000. Now packing and bus charges again cost rupees 3,000. So the monthly cost of drying and selling the fish will be 6,000 rupees. So Fazila says, that sounds very good. our calculations tell us every month a bank will earn rupees 44,000. Okay, so also check all your calculations if you are able to get this right or not. Okay, thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. Thank you.